beautiful people. Good evening and thankful Thursday. As you can see, ooh, I'm wet, y'all. It is raining up here. And I am just getting home. I attempted to record a video walking through them downtown streets. This is day one, y'all. Day one. One more working day left. Tomorrow's zero. Day zero. You know, I had to go. I had to count down to zero because when I first started my countdown, I was off. But guess what? It is what it is, and it's gonna be exactly what it's meant to be. And today was bittersweet. Today was very beautiful and very bittersweet. My staff in the office, of course, they brought in food and had a potluck and brought in food in celebration of my last day. And then toward the end of the day, we had a huddle, um, and then my supervisor presented me with a certificate of appreciation for 19 and a half years of service. And I am just so grateful and so thankful for my supervisor. As I stated before, I was rough around the edges. I was forged in the fire, and then forged in solitude. However, when I first started in the supervisor position, actually, he hired me in 2022 downtown in the Belltown office, Belltown Community Service Office. Hey, look, they got the best team, the best staff, and there's no other like it. Aside from when I first started, okay, when I first got hired onto the state in 2006 by Mr. Roland Davis, and Carol Mizuguchi was the CSOA then. And that office, boy, look, I told somebody today, I said back then, I used to love coming to work. Back then, I had the use it or lose it hours. You had to use it by your anniversary date or lose it. I said after that, I said my shit stayed on low balance. I couldn't keep an hour on there. And I had somebody laughing about that. But when I first started at the Ballard CSO, the team that was in that office was phenomenal. Like I say, we had fun. We had a good time. We supported, we encouraged, we poured into each other. And we worked with some people who became some heavy hitters within the state that really elevated and rised up, and but just some amazing men and women, from financial workers to case managers to TANF case managers to people who worked in childcare to social workers, SSI facilitators, the front end staff, the CSS staff, the customer service, especially the ones who sign people in. We were a great team and got along. And from the people who ran the EBT room, the CSOA, the HR, like it was just, the team was amazing. And that's when I first started. And then I've been in a couple offices since then. And when I became a supervisor, my first time in management, it was actually I interviewed on 2/22/22 for this position, and it was a work first program specialist supervisor, a work first program, like I say, specialist or work first program supervisor. And this was my first time in management at the state. I've worked in many positions in the DSHS, and when I got there, my supervisor, like I say, I am so grateful and appreciative for my supervisor and who he's been. As I stated earlier, like I was a little tomboyish. I used to fight. I used to clap back and always have something to say. Downtown Seattle we work with probably one of the hardest to serve populations because of the the mental health challenges, the substance abuse use, the high unhoused population, and we have, like I say, medical emergencies. We have overdoses. We've had to, we have to deal with people's anger, rage, emotions, their attacks, their assaults. So it's like it's a battlefield every day. And I work with a group of people who are so extraordinary. Everybody in there, we lean on each other, no matter what unit you're in, whether you're a public benefit specialist, whether you're a work first program specialist. Well, they changed the name now, CPSS. Uh, whether you're a social worker, SSI facilitator, whether you're the CSSs, the ones that are issuing EBT cards, from the management team to the office manager, who is extraordinary. Oh, he is amazing. Um, the social work supervisor, like he's brilliant and been doing it for years. Um, and then my direct partner, she was a financial supervisor, and then I'm the work first supervisor. And her and I, like, she was an awesome supervisor partner. That was my supervisor partner, and her and I, like, we got along good. The majority of the time, like 90% of the time, we were on the same page. Yeah, but even if we didn't agree, we felt comfortable enough to speak to each other, to talk to each other. And her and I, like I say, we both so strong that, we might get that attitude and be like, ugh, I just need a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, in dealing, and I'll be like, you ready to talk now? She'd be like, no, I need a moment. I'd be like, okay, let me know. And the same with me. You ready to talk now? No, I give me a moment. I'm not there yet. But it was just the mutual respect, and her and I did a seamless dance together in how we operated, how we got along. And she is just extraordinary in her knowledge and her skill. She is so creative, so brilliant in team building and keeping the morale up, which is not easy with the state. Um, like I say, she just keeps everybody informed, keeps the activities going, keeps the keeps the bulletin board updated and designed, and just like she's always, like, she's so creative and so amazing, and was just an excellent supervisor partner. And my direct supervisor, he became more of a mentor. He was one that I truly value and respect, and I am wholeheartedly grateful for him, and I will love him always. You know, and I'm not saying the name because I'm not sure. Look, I done said some people's names already, and not sure if I'm supposed to, but it is what it is. Look, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. Look, that's how I do it. We gonna make it do what it do, baby. Uh, but he is, oh, he's just an exceptional man. He's a tell it like it is, straightforward. He strives for excellence. He wants to be great. He wants to have high numbers. He wants to operate efficiently and effectively. He, like I say, he likes to be on top of stuff. He's not a procrastinator. He doesn't pull any punches. He tells the truth. However, he is also a compassionate leader um, where, like I say, he may have an idea to implement something, and he may want to implement that. However, he will listen to everybody's opinions, everybody's thoughts. And if somebody has a better idea than what he anticipated, he has no problem listening or switching up or adjusting so that people feel valued and heard. It's not just that authoritative type of leadership. Like, he was compassionate, he's caring, he is like I say, he's savage. He is a savage servant and responder, because he's one of the ones that will do CPR on somebody. It doesn't matter. Like I say, he will do CPR because I've witnessed it. I've seen it. I've had to support them coming down from it. We've had to give Narcan and do chest compressions, and like I say, no matter, there's always something going on in that office, but every one of the people in that office are so extraordinary, so have such big hearts, are so caring, are so compassionate. They want to see people win, they want to be helpful, they want to serve the community. And no matter what unit you're in, we lean on each other. We can go talk to each other. We can support. We lend a hand, our knowledge and expertise to one another. And we do it for the sake of providing service for the client and making sure that the client's needs are met. And when I started there, like I said, I was a little rough around the edges. Even as a supervisor, like, it was a little clapback. It was a little clapback energy in me. It was, and that's where I learned the challenge of dealing with a unit. When you supervise people, I'm very blunt and straightforward and direct and those things. And you can't talk to everybody like that. Everybody does not receive information like that. So you have to be mindful of people's temperaments and how they are and who they are. And delivery is everything, and you have to respect what people want for themselves and the things that people value for themselves. And it wasn't always easy. Like I say, there are some passive aggressive people. Passive aggressive is hard for me. Passive aggressive is hard for me. So there have been times, like I've been in my supervisor's office, I've always been able to authentically be myself and speak my mind. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, mistake. I've been in his office crying. I've been in his office, pissed off. I've been in his office, so many things. And it's like, he'll guide me and mentor me from his position, but also from his experiences in stuff coming back to bite him on the ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't send that email mad. Make sure you overlook it. Don't send that while you feel bothered. Don't do that. Don't, you know what I'm saying? And there was a time where there was something with the staff, and it was just not a good thing. And he was like, well, you don't want to let people know that, you don't want them to see that they got to you, that they affected you. So he was like, you can say what you need to say in here. And then he said, when you walk out of the door, you hold your head up, shoulders back, and you walk out there and you be your full and amazing self as if you're unbothered. You know what I'm saying? And go on with your day. So he poured into me. He encouraged me. He supported me. He was empathetic. He was loving, caring, compassionate, kind. And like I say, straightforward and direct. He even helped me with my communication, because I would talk and he would say, I would say something and he'd be like, you already said that 5 times. I don't need to hear it again. So like I say, very straightforward and direct. I know what to do about the truth, but sometimes when people tell you the truth, it's like they cut you at first. But again, those cuts, you learn your lesson, and you start to be introspective and retrospective about situations and what is being said to you. And ultimately, there was nothing being said that, like I say, to tear me down or to diminish me in any way. It was only to build me, make me better, and to elevate me. And I love and I value the truth. I respect the truth. I know where to go from the truth. And over these last 2 years, it has been a challenge for me, these last 2 years, and, my not having my family around. Like I say, hitting one of the most challenging times in my life and going through, and then learning hard lessons about the people in my life, going through it alone. I had to start going to therapy to deal and heal. And then at that time, I started drawing closer to God, because God was the only thing that I had, getting me through to lean on. And I soon realized, like, I wasn't only forged in the fire of my life story, but I was forged in solitude. I've been here solo. Like, God broke me to rebuild me. However, over the last 2 years, that also has come with inconsistency, with me not always being there, me not always being able to show up. Um, Challenges, health challenges, being off, doctor's appointments, tests. Like, I'm going through all of this by myself with no support, like, except for the support of God. So through all of my inconsistencies, even my supervisor partner, she is consistent, she's there, she's dependable, she's reliable, she's badass. And with my inconsistency, like, she would show up for not only her team but my team, and vice versa. But through it all, even with the struggles, my struggles, they still showed me kindness and love and care and compassion. And for that, I will always and forever be grateful. My growth and my expansion, some of the greatest lessons that I've learned, to elevate me and to make me better, have come from working in that Belltown CSO with the management team that I was blessed to work with, and also with the staff and the workers that I was blessed to work amongst and with. And today, like I say, they had a potluck. They put money together to give me a gift card, and in the huddle, there were several people that spoke and talked about what I meant to them. And to hear, we don't often hear how we make people feel, and it was just such a beautiful and heartfelt blessing to hear that they value me, they appreciate me. I've always made them feel seen and cared about. And I brought the human aspect to it. I let them know that they mattered to me, and they were more important than doing the job, and that they can always come to me anyway, no judgment. And that they've always felt the acceptance and the love and the support, that I've always fought for my team. I've always spoke up. I've always, so just to hear all of these people tell me how I made them feel, it was such a blessing, that I could make them feel like that, and that I provided them with that. And also, like I say, it's validation of who I am and how I love and how I operate in this world. I am a bright light. I am about love, kindness, care, compassion. And I stand on the truth. I stand on the truth. For me, it's about honesty. It's about transparency, accountability, and integrity. And I am just glad that I was able to touch them, and that they felt supported, they felt seen, they felt valued, validated, and like they can come to me about anything. And it was such a heartfelt blessing today, on the day one. Look, because tomorrow is the 0 day. On day one, it was just a blessing that I hold dear to my heart, and that I, like I say, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel emotional, and it puts a smile on my face to know that is who I have been to them. Because at the end of the day, working in the Belltown office and being part of that CSO management and staff, like, I'm leaving out of there better. I'm leaving out of there better for sharing time and space with them guys, for having relations with them guys, for them pouring into me. So Belltown will forever hold the special place in my heart, because they have contributed to so much of my growth and expansion, because of their care, support, love, and compassion. And that is not something, or a lot of what I ever felt for myself. So I am wholeheartedly grateful for my Belltown team and my Belltown family, and for their time and their energy and their efforts that they put in for me today. Such a beautiful sentiment, and I am wholeheartedly grateful. So tomorrow is day 0, y'all. All right, my beautiful faithful, here we go. December 19th has arrived, my final day. Woo-hoo! Yes, I'm gonna make it do what it do. Yes. All right, my beautiful people. I will talk to you soon. Mwah.